everybody, it's Angel from Halo Inspirations. We give you inspirations to help you spread beauty and joy through your quilting journey. Happy hump day. Whoop whoop. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Yes, it is. All my days are kind of combobulated. So, or discombobulated. What's the real word? I'm not sure. But I'm seeing people in the house. Thank you, Sherry, for coming along. I appreciate all your help. Hey there, Colleen. Glad to see you. And I know I have some lurkers. We love you too. I lurk all the time, so no shame in that. I do it all the time. And I'm not trying to hide. It's just usually I'm watching because I want to watch you and I just need to keep working. So I lurk all the time. All right. At any rate, today is a video drop, right? We did intro to foundation paper piecing. Oh dear. I just got almost everything ready, right? Okay, so intro to foundation paper piecing. We do have the It's So Emma Square in a Square is what we used, and we did the foundation paper piecing with it and created this project right here, and I love it. So I asked for a name, and Colleen Sews and Chats actually responded with it. I do read your comments, and she said, what'd you say, Colleen? Broken rainbow? No, shattered rainbow. I think that's a really cool idea. So my head started spinning, and I'm like, okay, this is me, right? You know, I like to have a little fun. So I'm thinking like blast, you know, like it's shattered from an explosion. Ooh, exploding rainbow. I don't know if people would get that. So I like the shattered. That was what you said, right? I like the shattered so far because it keeps it toned down a little bit. But at the same time, it does describe exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, you like that name, Sherry? Right. Hey there, Mom. Glad to see you. Let me look who else is in the house. Everybody looks like they're on YouTube, which is totally fine. Wherever it is that you find your home, that's where you need to be. Robin, glad to see you, Robin. She says hello to everybody. Yeah. So Colleen does say, yes, that's it. So shattered rainbow. I really like the concept of it. And it is kind of a shattered rainbow, right? Let me get rid of this double mode. Okay. So that is the project that I offered. Now I do got to ask you guys. So my daughter's in the process of working with the first pattern that I put on our blog. So it'll sit there for free until she's done making it pretty, because I'm not the pretty one. Okay, I'm not the one that can make things look pretty, and I'm fully aware of that. You know, we all have talents. That's hers. So my question for you: should I put this on the blog as another free pattern until she's done making it pretty? The pattern's already written because I do, like I said in the video, I have already taught this. I've taught it a lot, but I do have it as a class that I offer periodically inside the brick and mortar. So when I do that, I write the pattern out. No, I've done it every time, even when pictures were hard. So the pattern's already written. It's already ready to go. All I got to do is put it into a blog format. If anybody is interested or you think it might be a good idea, I think it's a good idea. I'm just kind of curious what you think, because you're the most important people. It isn't about what I think, it's what you think. It's like when people come to the quilt shop, you know, they'll apologize for being in the way or, you know, whatever. And I'm like, no, this is your quilt shop.
You're awesome.
Thank you. That I think is, oh goodness, that's a long name. Jean and Barb, it looks like. Or, I don't have glasses on. And also Bo Tim. I keep doing that. She's going to come in here and give me a hard time. She's local. And also Nancy. Glad to see you, Nancy. So, yes, thank you. Oh, I got distracted. Anyway, I'm thinking it's a good idea to put it on the blog and just offer it on the blog for free until it's manipulated and looks really pretty and we can sell it. It won't go for much because I'm all about, not just me, but we at Halo are all about keeping things affordable because we want more people to quilt. So we're trying to find that middle ground. We don't want to price too high and live life like kings, and we don't want to price too low and then have to close a quilt shop, right? So we try to keep things very affordable. Oh, yes, you would. Bo Tim said she wouldn't come in here and give me a hard time. Yes, she would. In all fun. She's a lovely gal. Lovely, lovely gal. At any rate, so we're going to keep moving. This over here. This was the product that, if you so choose, can create. Okay. I've done it with other fabrics. I'm going to show that to you because it really does change the way things look. And I even did it different than, here, let me just show you. Okay. So this is the one that I did for the class makeup. Now you're going to notice neither one of them are quilted. And I think I know a little bit about how I'm going to quilt it. We'll see. So Colleen Sews in Chat says, I think that's a good idea. I notice a lot of people make a pattern free for, 30 days. Right. Some do it even longer. Some do it for a year, which is really nice. I'm just doing it until she gets it pretty. But even if she got it pretty in like a day, that wouldn't be fair, right? From once I posted it. So I definitely will put it on I'll put it on the blog within the next week. Okay? Because it's already written. I just have to load it. All right. Thank you, Colleen, for your feedback. All right. And it's Colleen. If you notice the way she spells her name, it's Coleen. Colleen Sews in Chats. That's her channel if you'd like to check her out. She's a doll. I'm there on Tuesday mornings. I wasn't there this Tuesday morning, was I, Colleen? But I have watched the hashtag replay. I was there. All right. So what have I made? Some of you are really going to love this. You're really going to love it. Why? Because I used Lori Holt fabrics. But, okay, so you see that one, okay? Here's the one I did for class. Let me back it up. There we go. Very different. Same pattern, just different, right? So it really depends on the fabric that you use. One of the things when I do post, if I post it on a blog or if I print it or if you come to class here at Halo, 99% of the time, and I'll say that because there is one pattern that I did not do it with, and it would be the cathedral window. All the other patterns I've ever created, I always offer a coloring sheet. So that's where this comes into play, being that it's very different. Super cute. It is so super cute. Thank you, Colleen. Oh, CM is in the house. She says, I love it. Beautiful. Glad to see you, CM. Colleen, absolutely. You're a doll. You are the light of my Tuesday mornings. So, at any rate, I'll bring you in a little closer, but I did want to, I don't have much to add to that video. My gosh, it's an hour long. Or close to. I did talk about backing fabric. So you have to understand that this is like 18.5 by 34.5 before binding. And I like to get my backing like one piece if I can. I mean, that just makes life easy. Um, Saying that, I said 3/4, so that's 27 inches. And to be real with you, it just has to be on the short side of the back. The backing just has to be on the short side, not the long side. That can go with the fabric. So it just has to be on the short side. So at 3 1/4 yard, that is 27 inches. 27 minus 18. 2 plus 7, that's 9 inches. That's 4.5 inches on each side. That's a lot. So what I was thinking, I mean, especially if you're doing this on a domestic machine, if you're going to quilt it domestically, I was thinking you could do it with 2/3. So 2/3 would be 24 inches, and that'll give you 6 inches, 3 inches on each side. That's more feasible, but know that usually online when you order fabric from any quilt shop, you can't order by 1/3, right? You can't order 1/3 or 2/3 or whatever. So that's where the 3/4 came into play. But if you have your own stash, yeah, all you need is a little bit extra. And if you had your own stash, just know that a couple inches on each side would be enough if you're doing it domestically. And domestically, that would put you at 22.5, 23 inches. So that's even less than 2/3. But so my mom says, you think that you missed what fabric you used. Well, it's a Lori Holt fabric for this one. This one actually came from a 10-inch square pack of B dots. I don't have any more in that. No, I don't have any more in the house, but you might be able to find them in other places. B dots is a anything that for Lori Holt that starts with the word B, B-E-E, it can be reprinted. But I don't know that I can still order pre-cuts. I think those are done. So I'd have to make my own. Not saying that in the future we won't, because it's a lot cheaper to do that. But if you can't find it, call me. Sherry will tell you I've built 10-inch square packs for people. I've done it for her with a particular line that you couldn't get it from. So I can definitely do that. So with this one, Mom, everything is B dots. Everything. And I do have some yardage. This one and that one I know I have yardage for. The color variation, I used a 10-inch square pack. I didn't even have a 5-inch. A 5-inch is all you need for this project. For the colors. Okay. I might have a fat quarter bundle left of B dots. So, oh, there you go. Colleen says in chat, she wants to know, will you have the fat quarter bundle? I think I have one at this current time. So I need to look if I can order pre-cuts, because see, here's the deal with Lori Holtz. I love her. We all love her. But they're like 50 to 53 SKUs, 50 to 53 bolts of fabric. And at this current time, not saying that's not going to happen in the future, because it will, we do not have the space or the budget to buy 53 SKUs of one fabric line. That's a lot. Okay. And it's all about baby steps. Baby steps. So it's easier if I want to do the pre-cuts to order them through Riley Blake when they're already done. It costs a little more that way, but it's well worth it if people want it. I just don't know if I can get pre-cuts anymore of the B lines once they're one and dones. I have to look. If anybody's interested, just email me at angel@haloinspire.com and I will take a gander and let you know. Yeah. Colleen says, yeah, I do have the fat quarter bundle of B dots. That's a lot of blank ... laugh. Yes, space. Right. It is 53 SKUs. It's not even about the space. I mean, it is about the space. We're about to get a line that's shipping this month that is 42 bolts. It's a blender line. I think y'all are going to love it. So it's not that we wouldn't make do and make that happen. It's all about budget. Can't spend over what you have or you're going to be gone. So that's a lot of SKUs. That's a lot of SKUs. So at any rate, this particular table runner that so far we're naming Shattered Rainbow. Thank you, Colleen. And I started to talk about your name. So it's spelled Coleen, Colleen. And the way that she has said to remember how to say it is the song Jolene, right? So Facebook might get mad at me. But you know the song Jolene, 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 right? Well, instead of the J sound, we use the K sound and get Colleen. That's how I remember it. I'm not going to lie. Ever since she said that, I sing it all the time. And what is the fabric used on the other one? Okay. So in the video, I tell you that, Mom. So on the other one, interesting story. It's Rainbow Lane is the coloring. Can't get that anymore either. Now you might find it somewhere, and we are sold out. We just sold out last month. But think about that. Oh, and the background fabric. So the white sashing that you can't see unless you up close. And if you watch the video, you'll see it. It's got sprinkles of color, like they're dots, okay? But they're various colors, okay? The background with the dots of various colors is called Dapple Dot Rainbow. Perfect for this kind of situation. And I absolutely love Dapple Dot. It's a Riley Blake product that is actually... Oh, I'm going to screw this up. I'm not going to say who the designer is because I'm going to mess that up. So Dapple Dot is a line, and we have a couple of colors right now of it besides rainbow, okay? And that was the background. Thank you, Bo. It is cool, right? Oh, that's not you. Oh, MH. Glad to see you. So, the Dapple Dot Rainbow is the background, and it's in the house, and it's a repeater. It's a basic line. That's what they call when things keep getting printed over and over. They call it a basic line. It doesn't mean the fabric is any less. It means that they reprint it. So we will carry that for as long as they print it. It's a great, great background fabric. Fantabulous background fabric. But the Rainbow Lane that I used... The only thing I think I have in the house, and I could be wrong about this, but I think it's Rainbow Lane is in a 2.5-inch strip, which this will not help with you. So what I encourage people to do, there are a lot of Magic Colors is another one that has a lot of different pretty colors in it. Royal Knights, there's less variation in color, but it is very striking and colorful. So that's another line. There, whatever it is that you have or can find, if you like the rainbow look, it's out there, okay? And you can find something to go with it. But Rainbow Lane is what I actually used. So, Colleen, laugh out loud. When you were just in live chats all the time, I was asked how to say it, and the song was the easiest way to convey that. Well, it works because I'm still singing it. Okay. So, if you have a stash, or if you can order or go to your local quilt shop and get 2/3 yard, you're still going to have extra. It's still going to be in your stash. You're still going to have, extra to put away, because of the way that this works. But 2/3 of a yard is definitely feasible to get a backing for this in one large piece, okay? I know that I have Sherry in the house who will fix that. We got a troll. Okay. So the other things that I wanted to talk about real quick, and I'll show you that quilt under the one that's in the classroom under the camera in just a second. Yes, that is correct. So, Colleen, RBD Designers. Another name that they use is Bluebird Designers. So between the two, if you see Bluebird Designers with RBD, that is definitely Riley Blake Designers. But yeah, Dapple Dots might be an RBD designer. I just didn't want to say it and be wrong. Okay. See, like, comments scrolling. Yeah, Colleen says, bad, throw a wrench. And delete the comment. All right. Because it's harder to do once you aren't live anymore. Okay, so one of the things I talked about, yes, I did use the 6-inch square and a square for the blocks, okay? Oh, okay, it is RBD. Thank you, Colleen. But I did say, if you watch the process, I mean, when you're on video, it's harder to do where you show the light. You can always hold up the piece of paper to the light and see through it. See, look, it just doesn't show you. I mean, you can, no, it just doesn't show you. So one of the things I did talk about was a light box. Well, I actually have one. It's not the one I want to sell. That comes in time. But I did buy one, and I tell you, you can get them from Amazon. So if you are an applicator or if you are an FPPer and you love it and you do it where it's good for you to buy something to make your life a little easier. If you've never tried it, I wouldn't suggest you buy one. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you what a light box does, okay, with FPP. All right, I already have it turned on. So this is the fabric. This is the side of the paper that has the pattern that we all can see, and this is the side that you saw when I was prepping for the next piece. The other side, you know, is the piece that the side that's just paper. Well, when you put it down on the light box, you can see right through it. So then you can stick a piece of fabric on top and you can take a peek just like I did when it was, you know, when I put it on top. Here, this is what I did in the video. Oh, can you see that? You can, okay. Just making sure I switched cameras. Okay. So when I was in the video, so this is the side you can see. And I showed you, you can measure your pieces to see if they're big enough, right? Making sure they go at least 1/4 inch bigger. That you can see. But once you flip this over, you can't see lines as well. Definitely in a camera. Now I can kind of see them in here. And, you know, you kind of have to fold back and you have to do a whole bunch of stuff. Or you'll hold it up to a light and you can see. But that doesn't help you glue. You just have to still kind of, it's still a little finicky, which is fine. However, if you're doing any kind of applique especially, or if you really love your FPP, there we go. You could simply put it on top and you could see if in fact you were in the right spot. All right, and I see that I am. And I could go back and I could just put some glue on top, do this again, making sure I'm good to go. And then when I'm ready, press it down to glue. It really truly is very advantageous because it's like having a window on the table. There are other things you can do. Just so you all know, if you have a Sew Steady, I have one, but it's over there. It's the acrylic see-through inserts that if you have an opening in, well, you don't even have to do it for that, but if you have an opening in a table and you want to put your machine in it and have the acrylic insert that, you know, makes it so there's no holes and the whole table is flat. You can put a light under there and use it as a light box. Works great. So, wanted to show you the light box. Okay. The other thing that I just wanted to mention, let me turn this off. All right. And by the way, that was an Amazon buy. And if you catch it, I didn't know this, guys, but they have buttons. You got to pay attention. So I think that thing ran normally $65. And then they had a sale, so it was less. And then on Amazon, sometimes they'll have coupons. You got to click it, though. I think I got that. Oh, I know I did. I got that thing for less than $20. It was like $19.99 or something like that, with a coupon and the sale. Okay. And I just have that to, I'm going to help somebody with some embroidery and some different things. So I got it in the house right away because I'm not selling the one I want, which the lighting's better. You can put a cutting mat on top of it. There's a whole different thing with it. So, but that comes down, baby steps, baby steps. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to share with you inside the video, I made the wrong comment. I said, whatever foundation paper product that you use, I think is the word, you want to stay consistent. It might not even been that word. The bottom line is, if I use It's So Emma, which I usually do, that's not true. I half and half between myself and It's So Emma. Okay. So if you use It's So Emma in your project, keep consistent with It's So Emma. Okay. Not that you can go, it won't matter necessarily between block and block. Like if I had a square and a square, and then I had a pineapple block, and then I had a snail trail. I mean, that's okay, right? As long as they're all finishing at the same size. But if you're doing multiple square and a squares, wherever you started, if it's your own, if It's So Emma, if it's a free pattern or a pattern that you bought, wherever it came from, you need to use, it is advisable to use the same manufacturer of that block pattern for the same project. That's what I meant to say. Your husband gets tired of holding the flashlight. That's fun. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay. So CM said, I saved the round glass of an old microwave to use. I hadn't thought of that. And a light box is on Colleen's wish list. But since it's not absolutely needed, it's not the top for now. I agree with you. That's how I am. I will tell you, I have tried, and I actually did it in a video. I think it made it into the video. I have to go watch it again. But I have taken a Pyrex casserole dish and put a light under it. Now, the issue was I used my phone's light, and it's very condensed. Okay. Somebody told me that method will work if I bought LED lights, like a strand of them, or, fairy lights or something, but where they're spread out. I haven't tried that yet, but that's a good one. So, like rulers, if you start with a creative grid, use that. Ain't that the truth, Colleen? It is very true, because even rulers going from one to the next can be different. It shouldn't be, you would think, but it is. It is. All right. So that was the other thing that I wanted to add to the video. All right, guys. So anytime you have questions, comments, suggestions, we are here. We always listen. I will show you that quilt, though, underneath the... This is the one I've done for class. Again, it's not quilted. Isn't she pretty? It's very different than the one behind me, right? But it's the same exact pattern. It's still the 6.5 square and a square. And if you'll notice, for the background, basically this was in yardage, so I cut 5-inch strips and then cut those on the diagonal to do the foundation paper piecing. Same concept, same method. These are still 1.5, finishing unfinished at 2.5-inch 4-patch, and then once they're in the quilt, they'll be a 2-inch. Everything is the same in that. It's just I use different fabric, and I love it. Love it. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, we all love Lori Holt. And I just picked random colors. So this was the original. Hey there, Terry. Love the material. Yeah, me too, Terry. I love Lori Holt, though. So pretty, says my mom. And then Colleen says, you think that I said that before? You didn't know about using the same rulers? Oh, yeah. It shouldn't be, and there's a easy way to check. You just make sure the lines connect and they're all using the same, but sometimes they don't. I will tell you, I've even found discrepancies between the same company, and let's say I started with a 12.5-inch ruler and I went down to a 6.5. Found a little difference. So, people are human. So this is slim. Now, unfortunately, Creative Grids and Angela Walters, Creative Grids makes rulers, right? And Angela Walters has worked with, and still does, with Creative Grids, but they're discontinuing the low shank. So I only have one low shank left in the house, but that's not to say they're not out there. But this is slim, and this is for a low shank because I plan on doing this. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do one on my domestic because I'm comfortable with it. And then I'll do one with the little Rebel. I think I'll do that. That way we can see and I get some practice because I need some practice. All right. When you're spoiled with a long arm, it can be difficult. So my thoughts. Now this isn't the best. I just thought of this one. Okay, so I was thinking about using this curve instead. So my original thought, and I still might not do any of this. I thought about doing like a larger bump. So lining up the ruler lines to a certain place on my seam, and being I'll mark it so I know where the center is, and then I will do a curve, just a bump. I think a bump would be really cool. And then maybe on the other side, I can, coming in, I can make the bump bigger, or maybe, and then this one's smaller, just different sizes of bumps as long as they all fit together inside. And then along the triangle, my original thought was just to do one single one because it fits. It still will only be one single one. So on this direction, I thought about doing 2. I have to measure to see if it'll fit, but like having a small one and then it gets a little bigger. Now on this side, it still have to be small. I don't know. I'm still working this out. It's something I want to try. I think it'll add just a little bit of something different. I also thought about doing orange pills, calling it done. Orange pill in the inside, which is just basically a point. An orange peel basically is you start at the point and you make an arch going to the other point. Okay, and you do that all the way around. This is not the best tool to use. I'm trying not to poke a hole. And then what I thought, I could just orange peel it going the other direction. So it'll form like a circle right here. That was another thought. But I think I want to have a little fun doing something a little different. So, do I find starching helps with that?
2 1.5
my phone
swivel
just
hooks, 1.5
slider
buckle.
Oh, I wasn't even touching it, guys. Ghost in the house. Okay. Do I think starching helps with FPP? Okay. I starch yardage. Always. I do not starch pre-cuts. So it doesn't matter if I'm FPPing, EPPing, traditional piecing, appliquing. It doesn't matter what it is. I starch yardage unless I get a 9-inch long strip, because that makes it shrink on one side. That's a little too small, right? But I starch yardage, all yardage. Okay? Oh, really? I was wondering what the oh really was. I can't remember. All right, so that's the answer to your question. Starching for me isn't about the process of which I'm piecing. Starching for me is about helping make that fabric stable and more stiff for an accurate cut. Doesn't matter what I'm cutting it for. I just want that accurate cut. Now, saying that, like I just said, I don't do it with pre-cuts, but they're smaller anyway. So, there you go. Good question. There is no wrong answer. There is no right answer. The only answer that matters is what makes sense to you. Okay? So, I have a new person who has started an Intro to 101, and every time I teach that class, I talk about prepping fabric, and I tell all of the methods to include the one where somebody doesn't even press it. Not recommended, but there are people who do buy fabric and don't even press it before they cut. If it works for them and they get the results that they want, there is nothing wrong with it. Okay? We have our own preferences because that's what works for us, and we think, oh, how do you do that? How, like in my head, I'm not going to lie, how do you cut without pressing? How does that even happen? My cuts would be all over the place. It would be a very hot mess. I don't recommend that. That's the only one I don't recommend. But I will tell you, there are people who don't even press their fabric and they have beautiful quilts. So guess what? It's working. Let them go. So, oh, it depends on your mood whether or not Colleen starches. Depends on our mood. So, that's what we had to add to this. Now, I have a few new products, and I did kind of want to talk about them. And FYI, if you're waiting on the Curve Appeal book from Fabric Cafe, it has shipped literally today. Based off of the shipping number, I think it is being shipped. I haven't looked at it. It's shipped today. So you know what happens when people say it's shipped, the label's been created. Okay, so it usually takes either later that day or the next day before the person who is shipping it, whether it's USPS, UPS, FedEx, whatever it is, it usually takes them another 24 hours before it hits their system because they actually have it in hand and have scanned it. So I haven't even done that. But I'm pretty good with numbers to know which way what is shipping, and I do believe that one is shipping USPS. So it's coming out of Tyler, Texas. Label was created today. So I'll either get it on Saturday or Monday. So I'll keep an eye on it. But if you're waiting for the Curve Appeal, the new book from Fabric Cafe, it's been shipped today. Okay. So some other new products, if you can see back here, I'm leaving this camera open because, well, heck, I'll just switch real quick because I can. All right. All right. You see a few of these things. That's all I'm going to share. Now, one of them isn't new, but I got to talk about it. Okay. And I will tell you, each one of these is mine. there are so many things that I want, and I watch them go off the shelves because I have my own budget. I have my own budget. Okay? I pay just like you do. And I can't afford everything. So I had to watch stuff leave the shelf and cry a little. All right. But these are what I'm going to share with you. All right. So what are those? What are they? Well, the first one is not new, but I got to talk about it. Do I want to do it that way? No, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do a new item first. All right. So, yes, and that is a light up mic, just so you know. Okay. What is this? Thank you, Miss Sherry, for dropping it. Everything I'm talking about is in the what's new. I do. We all deserve nice things, but I have a budget. This is Hometown Holiday, which is the Lori Holt collection that came out July, August. Okay. But now I will tell you, I know the secret. Lori Holt actually designed this for herself because she wanted it, and then put it out on the market for the rest of us. But it was selfish reasons why she designed them. What are these? They are washi tape style, but they're gift labels, guys. They're gift labels. Okay. I'm going to zoom this camera in. I should have done this one last, but I didn't. So let me just zoom this in just a bit. Properties. Yep. Okay. This way. Remember, I'm backwards. I'm always struggling with this. All right. I'm going to leave it right there. Hopefully that's big or small enough. And then I'll zoom back out later here. All right. These are gift labels, guys. So you can write on them. Merry Christmas. To and from. There are different ones. So each one of these spindles is 10 yards. Okay. To and froms. Oh, here. Let me just open one up. Look at this one, though. Look. Merry Christmas with a bell, with a gingerbread, to and from. So you can put them as gift tags. And they are washi tape style so that you're easily able to be cut. Oh, look at the reindeer one. Isn't that cute? Oh, to and froms. Seriously. Is this not just so cute? And the reindeer again. I wonder if they're all the same or different. I'm gonna let me look. I'll pan you back out in just a second because then you can see. So super cute. All right. Are they the same? No, I don't think. Well, I don't know. I'm struggling. I don't think so. I think they're different, guys. I'll pan out here in a second. Let me get them all opened. So because they're washi tape style, well, I'll show you that in a second too. All right. Is this one the same? I don't think so. No, they're all different. Wow. How cool is this? Okay, let me pan out. This is so stinking cute. They are all different. They're all different, guys. What side is this? It'd be this side. Okay. Remember, everything's backwards. So stinking cute. So they're washi tape style, so you can cut them with your scissors very easily, but what it means is that they peel and stick. That's the sticky side. Pill and stick. And they're washi tape, so they won't leave residue. Somebody wants to pill it. What a great idea for a price tag. So, there we have it. Gift tags, 10 yards each. Crazy. They are adorable, Colleen. They are adorable. And I will tell you, I'm one that I buy them and then, you know, try to get them used. Have to fix that one later. Get these out of the way. I just don't want the tape being all over the place. On the end, it's holding it together. I love it. And it's, you know, designed with the Hometown Holiday fabric line. So like this is definitely one of the colors. They're all, this is the wreath version. This is another, I forget what it's called, but it's green with flowers. Doesn't have to be Christmassy. So all of the backgrounds and the colorways, they're part of our Hometown Holiday line. Super cute. She is so cute. Her stuff is so cute. So we all know that she's going to be wrapping gifts. I wish I was getting one from her. It could have been just an envelope. It could have been a piece of paper. But yeah, she'll be wrapping her gifts this year. And that's the cute little box that comes in. Who doesn't love a cute little box? Okay, saying about boxes. All right, hopefully I'm not... I'll see if I need to pan out, but in the past, most recently, I talked about the Hometown Holiday. This is the first ornament from Lori Holt. It's a glass ornament. The first one she did was the red sewing vintage machine. So super cute. It's very much done vintagey. This is something that takes me back on my own. And to be real, in some ways, some European glass ornaments, the way that this has been designed. But even the box reminds me of something from, it's vintage, but it's new, okay? It's new. So we do have these for sale. So your BFF, who is a sewer, or yourself, because that's, you know, I'm not going to lie, I thought about it too. I'm thinking about making a tree with just sewing stuff, especially since this is the first one of several years that she's going to do. She's going to come out once a year with a new glass ornament that she designs, okay? And so they're going to become collector's items. On the bottom, it does say Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet 2024. So you know next year it will say Lori Holt of Be in My Bonnet 2025, okay? So every year she's going to come out with a new ornament. So this is really cool, guys. For those of you who are into Lori Holt and all her cuteness, I wish I could say I got a present from her, but I definitely need to pan out just a bit. Other way. Okay. Let's see if I move. Look, we're always backwards. We're always backwards. Okay. How cute. Isn't this cute? It's a box. It's a box. But wait, there's more. Okay. So it looks like a little gift box, doesn't it? So super cute. It is done in her Hometown Holiday, also print line. Okay. But what's in the box? Well, first and foremost, it is a pattern, okay? And it is called Decorating the Tree Quilt. These are all ornaments, okay? So super cute, and I love boxes. I don't know, it's like I love bags. They used to call me the bag lady. I think we're going to start calling me the box lady. I'm addicted to boxes all of a sudden. Okay, so it is a quilt kit. So I wanted to open this up, okay? And I like, it's just like a gift box. Okay, so if you really love somebody, you could buy the quilt kit, make the quilt, which finishes at 80 by 86. It's huge. And then put the quilt in here and gift it to them. But I wouldn't do that. Just saying. Okay. I might keep the quilt. I might gift the quilt. I might do a lot of things, but wait till the end here. Okay. Because why? Because there's more. Okay. So we do have the pattern. The kit comes with everything that you need for the topper and the binding. Okay. Backing and batting is not included. So we have all the fabric, which it has 2 10-inch square packs of her Hometown Holiday. And all the fabric is included. Okay. So everything that you need, that's a lot of fabric, guys, is in the... Oh, I love this. I wish I would. I'm thinking I'm going to go see if there's any left. I got to show you this print. Let me pull this back out. I love this print. I don't know if you can, right? It has colorful little dots, but they're just like, this is, I believe this is, the background color is called Latte. So it's a darker brownish color. And then this is more of like a teal, dark teal color. It's just so pretty. I'm going to see if I can get some in the house because it's just so pretty. It can be used for not just Christmas, any time of the year. Okay, so you get all the fabric. All right, you get the pattern. But wait, there's more. So stoked. Okay. I was hoping I had paper scissors here, but I don't see any. So I'm probably going to use something else. Inside this box is also this. And you're like, well, okay, what is that? It doesn't look like anything special, right? So, yes, I just used thread snips. All right. So what this is are dividers, guys. I don't know how, oh, here we go. That's how they go in. Well, it would be up like this, right? So we have to do it like this. Okay. Now, what in the world, why would you need dividers? Oh, I think I have them upside, I do have them upside down. Okay. There's a right way and a wrong way. Oh, it goes this way. Okay, so 2 go this way. I'm going to show you what the dividers are for. Just give me a hot minute. All right. Put this down. All right, we'll get it. Listen, I did graduate kindergarten, so I should be able to... There we go. There we go. So, now we have little holes. Do you know what their holes are for? Are you thinking? What do you do with it? Every year that she comes out with an ornament, it's a place to store it. So it's a collector's box for the ornaments. Oh, Amy Lee said ornaments. Boom, Amy Lee. Woohoo! Yes. And then you can store your ornaments. You always check the what's new, and I thought that was just the box at first. Then I saw the price and thought, oh no, there's more to it. Yeah, there was always more to it. So I will tell you that's a really good price that I have online for it. I was able to dip a little further than normal, so I did. Actually, we did, not just me. We were able to do that a little bit more than normal. I think it should have been closer to 160, and it runs 100 and I want to say 142.99. Don't quote me on it. You got to check out the what's new. It's in there. This is the latest thing that was added, along with the gift labels. They're on there too. We did get those added, but if you are going to collect, or even if, you plan on doing it for several years from somebody that you really love and know, and you're not going to tell them, you can get quite a number of them. I mean, there's 9 in here. So we know there should be 9 ornaments coming, guys. We only have number 1. Okay. And I will say with Lori Holt, what's really interesting is there are people, I didn't get any mugs for this line. My mugs tend to sit too long, but she does tin mugs. And I will tell you, they become collector's items. People are looking. I can't wait to see what happens when people are looking for the ornaments. So it'll be fun. But anyway, that's what's new in the house. It was just a little bit for you. Let me go ahead and switch over here. And we have, as of right now, we're calling it, according to Colleen, Shattered Rainbow. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Shattered Rainbow with your FPP. I know a lot of people, it's interesting to me, they get confused with that first piece. And I did too when I very first started FPP. It was like, okay, so what am I doing? But I will also say, if you ever do like a quilt as you go where you have batting laying out, and or maybe you've done crazy quilting. Okay, so you have a foundational piece. The paper is just the foundational piece. It's just the batting. It's just the foundation muslin. It's the same process. It's just that we're stitching from the back side. So, hey there, Deb. Glad to see you. Glad to see you're in the house. Deb S., the Pug Mama Quilter. I just love pugs. I met one recently and I found love. So, if you just try to think about it being the foundation, it's just a piece of muslin. You're just stitching on top of it. The only thing different is the lines are on the opposite side, so we can stitch straight. We can get beautiful points, and your blocks will always come out to the exact same size. Okay? That's the trick, guys. That's the beautiful thing behind FPP. And I will tell you, even if you're sitting there and you haven't FPP'd in a while, or you've never done it and your mind is like, okay, now what am I doing? Whoever it is that you connect with, like you think like they do, if they have an FPP video, follow them. Just get it started. I will tell you, as you keep going, I promise you by number like 3, you'll have a momentum. It'll become a habit. Okay? Doing it over and over and over is really, really helpful. And they come out better than human. Okay? So I wanted to share that with you, but I also wanted to offer you a project with it so that you weren't just making a bunch of blocks or a block and have nothing to do with it, or have to figure out where to put it, or add it to your orphan block pile and come back to it later. If you're so inclined, the whole thing will be for you. And as I got this little fly flying around, sorry. As we discussed early in the video, I will get it up on the blog. I will be traveling to overnight visit to Nashville. So we're driving down Saturday afternoon and we're turning around Sunday morning. So I might be able to get it done at some point on the weekend. So you really enjoyed it once you got over afraid of it. Oh, let me ask you, Colleen, and the things you can make is just amazing. It really is. I mean, it makes compass stars and all kinds of stuff, compass wheels, all those kinds of things a lot more easy. You know, we hear that a lot. Thank you, Colleen. She says, have a safe trip. I've been trying to wrap my head around it. You know, sometimes when you're so new, you're not afraid of anything, right? It's like being a little kid. Yeah, I can get up on that bike and go, and you don't have a clue, but they're not afraid to do it. So sometimes as an adult, we instill fears in ourselves instead of just going. So I'm just curious, Colleen, what, if you can remember, because now I know you create your own FPP, if you can remember, what was it that you were afraid of? And it goes for anybody else in the house. I mean, if if you are afraid to try it, or if you were, I'd love to hear what was it that scared you? Oh, Sherry, Halo Sherry, she was actually afraid of it for a while too. Oh, Tam texted me. She said, "You're talking about me. I hear my ears ringing." I was. Failure. Thank you, Mom. My mom said failure. I appreciate that because it helps me help people. It looked like so many pieces to keep track of. Now I realize you work with 2 pieces at a time. Okay, so for you it was overwhelming because it was just so much. So many pieces. Messing it up. Interesting. My mom says messing it up was another one. I appreciate all this feedback. Because it does help. When I talk with people, or if I'm teaching a class, I like to know, and I ask them to when I have intro. Well, you know, where were you? You know, where are you coming from? Because then we can. I mean, the same thing. You know, we can help people when we know where they're coming from and where their head's at. Then we can help them move forward, you know, more easily. Oh, thank you all. I appreciate that feedback. All right, so that's what I got for today. We did have the video drop. I will get the pattern up for you and let it be a freebie until it's pretty. Pretty on PDF. Ooh, I like that. Pretty on PDF. However long that takes. It won't take more than a year, I promise. And then we had a few of the new items here at the quilt shop, both online and in the brick and mortar. So, what are we doing next week? Next week is Whip Wednesday. I haven't gotten to work on it a whole lot, guys. I'll work on it, I promise. So I'll share with you my Whip Wednesday, and I will say, after Whip Wednesday, I do believe that's when Happy Hour is in the Creative Kingdom, our private Facebook group. It's not that it's private that you can't join. It's just that in order to join, you must answer the 3 questions to let us know that you are a real person, an RE quilter, or a crafter, and you can come on in. And so we have Happy Hour. Jaw dropping. Aw, you're so sweet. Colleen says jaw dropping new items. Answer the 3 questions, you get the keys, and we'll have Happy Hour, which is where we sometimes go longer than an hour. But we sit and sew and chit chat and talk about quilting and crafts and life, and you know, it's Happy Hour. We're doing everything happy, including spending time with each other. So if you are wanting to join along, just go ahead and click. It's either down below or up above or on the side, depending how you're watching this. And there's a link for it. Just make sure you answer the 3 questions so that we can let you in. So that's coming up too. So I will definitely see y'all next Wednesday. Looking forward to it. And I don't think that if there's any fabric that actually ships that's new, because we're getting replenishing all the time, but the new stuff, I'm waiting on the new stuff. If it ships by next Wednesday, I'll definitely share with you anything that has come in. That we'll probably have the Curvapil. We can just go there for the next one. So, but look forward to Whip Wednesday. I look forward to spending more time with you. I appreciate all of y'all stopping by. And, even Sherry Crowley was in the house. I missed it. Sherry with an S. Oh, Sherry Like the Wine. We call her Sherry Like the Wine. But any Christmas coming in? Mom, all the Christmases come in. No. It starts in, what month does it start in? March? We started getting Christmas fabric. So we're past that. We're all done with Christmas. No more Christmas. It's all gone. So you can find Christmas, Soma, if you're looking for anything. It's on there. Oh, I did have a couple more things. I will bring something else out next week. I just thought of something I could have brought out this week and I didn't. So I'll grab it for next week. You can look forward to that. It'll be interesting to see what people like to do with it. Christmas is in 98 days. It is. And you know what's really funny? This fabric starts showing up in March. No, it's not March. It's May. No, it's not May. May. Yeah, it is. It's May. Starts showing up in May. I think that's the earliest we get ours. It's just now everybody's starting to buy it. And it's so fun to watch. That and Halloween. People are still buying Halloween. They're coming in. They're racing in. They're looking for it. They've got their patterns they're building. It's a lot of fun to watch how things are happening. And then online, it's happening online, and I can't see what they're doing with it. But people are still buying Halloween. Right now, it's Halloween and Christmas. And this stuff's been out for a long time. But it's so fun. Because I know, I tell the manufacturers, why do you do this? Nobody is focused on it. Nobody. You're focused now. And I'm with you. So, at any rate, thank you all for stopping by. Appreciate it. Hope to see you next week. We'll have that live event at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Hump Day. Whoop, whoop. And this was fun, guys. This is a lot of fun. Y'all are a lot of fun. I appreciate y'all stopping in. And we'll see y'all next week. Or I'll see you online. Or I'll see you here at the brick and mortar. But until next time, guys, may you all continue to be inspired, productive, ever so joyful. Never stop believing. And never stop making your dreams in quilting come true. I mean that. Happy Hump Day. Whoop whoop. Happy Wednesday. Happy quilting. And we will see you all very soon. Love y'all.